due respect. Now our next speaker is Dr. Chitra Ramamurthy, and you know what is great about this lady? You know, it's an old adage which says behind every successful man you have a woman. Then that changed to beside every successful man you have a woman. And now, when it comes to her, she is not just beside every successful man, I would say she is ahead of most successful men, walking step in step with the other half of the power couple that she is. And literally she's a power couple because I think she represents that half of the couple as strong, as bold, and has achieved as much as her husband. But what really draws the eye to Dr. Chitra is that despite all of it, she's almost like a girl, you know, the way she's always dressed to the T. She always, you know, despite all of it, she balances it all so well. Her charm, her childlike behavior, her laughter. You yourself saw the way she kept running up and down to get an audience as if that was her job to do. So we have Dr. Chitra who will tell us how she balances this, you know, the profession as well as the other part of it. Her topic is
work-life balance.
Work-life balance.
Actually, before I start my talk, don't time me now. I thought this hall will be full of young women audience too, to whom this small 7 minutes I would convey something which will energize them to do some of the things which I did in my life a little faster so that I feel so happy about it. But this is don't think I'm just what I should talk about work-life balance. So I'm going to just talk about myself in a simple way. Just stay on, watch the end. That end which two people have talked about me is the final end result which every woman would want in her life. So just hear on. Now, 1 minute, sorry. So this is a clutter, absolute clutter of images which I shared with you now because sorry, just 1 minute. Very sorry. So this is a clutter of images which I'm sharing because I was at a loss as to what to talk in work-life balance, and my husband told me, are you going to talk about work-life balance? But then what I felt like needed to convey is what is work-life balance is something changes from decade to decade. What we think of it at when you're 20 and what you think of it at 30 and what you think of it at 50 or moving on is something so very different. And as long as you keep your calmness, your inner happiness, good health, so work, whatever you are doing is work-life balance. And the only person you are destined to become is the person which you decide you are going to be, and there's absolutely no second thoughts. These are my gentle parents. I don't know whether it was a genetic predisposition in me. I do not know it was the environment, or was it that intense ambitions which my parents had in me, that spark of drive, that spark, you know what started the spark in my life? I was in my 3rd standard. I was a 7-year-old when my father directed me to do the Merchant of Venice, it's a Shakespeare play, to do the court scene. I was 7-year-old, I was the Shylock, and my brother, who was a 6-year-old, was Portia in it. And in that, the Shylock is a mean guy. He wants his pound of flesh from Bassanio in return for not paying his loans. And that half an hour, 1-act play which we did, had a 500 plus audience we had. The cheer which came, encore, we had to do that whole Shakespeare court scene all over again. And that was the first time that spark came in me, that you can grip an audience. You can keep them bound with what you are saying. And then there was no turning back. There was no turning back. It was all the ambitions which my parents wanted in me. 15 years of Bharatnatyam, Carnatic music. I was the best athlete in school and college. My house was full of cups. My husband, when he saw me first, was amazed that I had so many cups. I was the best one-act play actress in my school and college, and the best debater, and I went for many interstate events, and you know, there was no turning back. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take that learning away from you. And that's what I learned. And then marriage, parenthood, priorities, things changed. I got married to my husband when I was in my entering final year. And he felt that he was getting married to a girl from Bihar, which he earlier thought was a dark, deep hole. And when I met him, he was boundless in ambition. On a Sunday, I wouldn't know how to keep him rested. He was always wanting to do something. I used to make great lunches, breakfast, dinners to keep him happy. And I had a small baby, and I wanted this small, lovely Shreyash. I wanted to spend time with him, but I had to keep my husband entertained too, because I wanted to be a good mother, a good wife. And then I asked myself, how do I set my priorities now that I'm a mom? I felt that the time that I'm not spending with my children has to be really worth it. Is it worth it, that 1 second which I'm spending away from my child? But at the same time, can you beat it? I was such an ambitious girl who always wanted to win and have friends and win cups and trophies and everything. But parenthood changed. I just wanted to be with my children, and that was my mother, like a goddess. She stayed with me, helped me, because my husband had to start his practice and I had to work with him from morning till night. And somewhere along the line, I didn't even want a second kid. After 7 years, Srishti was born. But then I did my best. I took care of the families, his extended families, did great lunches, dinners, everything. Did work with him, hand in hand with him. And then we grew. We grew slowly from 1 hospital to 2 to more. And then I realized that I can't realize my ambitions alone in my hospital. Every single soul there has joined me, thinking that I would make them realize their dreams, their ambitions, their happiness. So I had a large family, not just 4 of us, but a large family I had to encompass with love and affection and challenge them to move on. Building a legacy was a challenge. It's a place between your comfort zone and your dream, and that is where life actually begins. And then my husband intelligently felt, that if he has to grow, he has to let his wife grow with him. And then I traveled the last 20-25 years to all places, give talks, made so many friends. When I walk in the corridor, I can talk to anybody. Actually, it's a joke in my house that I can spend hours talking to my watchman, to my maid, or anybody, because I just enjoy making everybody happy around me. And then in the process, these awards, these accolades, all these things happen. But I don't know how I created time for that. And amidst it all, when it's about work-life balance, the I Foundation, my hospital, the AIOS, the Tamil Nadu, the business of hospital, the friends, they had to entertain. My husband wanted to have friends home for dinner. Surprise, I would get to know it 2 hours before the event, entertainment. And in that, this beautiful, amazing son of mine grew and evolved with the same emotions, the same affections, and the same attention to detail that he has to keep this growing family together. There was one night at 9 o'clock when his car was going out and mine was going out, and I asked Shrey, can I come home with you? He said no. And I couldn't believe a son who has never raised his voice against me, how is he saying that? And later I understand that it was because he had to talk to all the doctors in the other centers. Then it becomes a moment of reflections and gratitude. Gratitude means making sense of the past that you have lived, which brings peace for today and creates a vision, a beautiful vision for tomorrow.
Ma'am,
you know what my husband had to say?
It's a little difficult to condense it down.
Increase the volume.
Minutes. Especially if it is Chitra, who is a perfectionist and passionate about everything she does. She came into my life as a 22-year-old medico and has been an integral part of every bit of my personal and professional life since then. Be it a single-minded dedication to the children, devotion to the family, managing the house flawlessly, giving her best in the clinic, adapting and excelling in neurosurgeries, conducting weddings or professional conferences, it all comes to her naturally. Suffice it to say that if I had to live my life all over again, I would have wished for no one else as a life partner.
Right from the early days when
son.
I was a small kid and she was pursuing her postgraduate studies. Subsequently, while maintaining a home, maintaining our children, but at the same time having an extremely active professional career. and she worked with such panache and was greatly instrumental in making it a success.
Amma approaches every aspect of her life with utmost
My
passion.
daughter.
And the energy she brings to the people around her is something else. She has this knack of putting a positive spin on absolutely anything and
Stop
truly
you
brings
now.
out the best in everyone.
Going grossly over time,
She's
we've
an
started late.
It's finished. Keep that volume, no?
All young women out there.
It's finishing.
And it's wonderful to
One
see
last-
her being recognized for her many achievements.
And then you know what I want a woman to be? I want her woman to choose her own life and live on her own terms. Have the right to be, have the vision to see, to be, I think I should go there. To have unlimited desires, but keep standing on her feet on the earth, to learn to love herself, her reflections, her existence, treat herself with chocolates and ice creams, give herself flowers, learn to discover her own talents and more confidently win everyone's heart at times, just let loose, but still be shy, still be sophisticated, to do the craziest thing like kiss herself goodnight in the mirror, go for window shopping, satisfy her interests, be on par with the latest fashion. Be
Ma'am, I think I'm going to
sufficiently-
stop you now. I really
sufficiently-
have to stop you. Everyone can read what is there, ma'am.
Sufficiently
Otherwise,
ambitious.
we won't be able to.
Last sentence, but let her husband lead her to and always feel great for being a woman. So this is what I wanted to tell all the young women of work-life balance, that win your family finally, then you have won it all. Thank you.
I've allowed you that, ma'am, but I just have one thing, ma'am. If it's a TED talk, only 5 slides are allowed. No writing was allowed. And the topic was work-life balance, but it's okay, we've heard about her journey. But I want to come back to work-life balance. How many of you take the weekend off? How many of you take a Saturday and Sunday off? One day off. How many of you take at least 3 holidays a year? How many men attend the PTM? Have ever attended the PTM? Okay. You can stand up on the chair if you wish to. That's such an achievement. How many of you even remember the age of your... how many of you remember birthdays and anniversaries of your wife? Have never forgotten it? Have never had to sleep on the couch at night because you forgot to bring a gift? देखिए बेकार की सवाल करके I'm not going to waste time. As it is, we are running out of time. Women always remember. Women always remember. ठीक है? We remember birthdays and we remember birthdays. We remember anniversary. और कितने anniversary? We remember the first time we exchanged glances. We remember the first times they proposed. We remember the first fight we had. And we see Dr. Paunkule is, he's having that look, you know, जो उसके सामने everything is going. All the times his wife shouted at him because he forgot. See, we remember everything. It's you men. है ना? आपकी
नहीं,
listen.
हाँ.
Your this
नहीं.
okay.
Work-life balance is to keep the men thinking all the time that you're taking care of only him, but also along the way take care of the family. That's what I meant in my talk.
You want to say something? Please come. Come. Piyush, you've just married.
There's
Learn
a
one
mic
thing.
there.
Your wife is your life.
There's a mic there.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Pragya Sharma from Punjab. Hello ma'am. Very nice presentation ma'am. First of all, I'll go with a compliment. I never knew you are from Bihar, and trust me, it's a compliment because I'm from Bihar.
Oh, nice.
And second thing, what I learned in Women Ophthalmological Society first meeting in Bombay was there is work, there is life, and there is no balance. So I think we are just trying to balance, but there is no balance. It's an equilibrium for both men and women, I feel.